The General Tommy Franks Leadership Institute and Museum is in an unassuming storefront on Main Street in Hobart. But you don't realize the scope of the museum until you are inside. The museum is filled with memorabilia from the life of one of Oklahoma's most famous military leaders. There are displays that document his life from his high school days to his time as commander of the United States Central Command.
General Franks' life is really kind of an inspiration to a lot of people, especially other members of the military, as far as, being an adopted child at birth, growing up, going through his career there, and actually learning the skills necessary and growing into a career 38 years later that he would be leading the military forces in a war.
It was the 9/11 terrorist attack and the subsequent invasion of Iraq that thrust General Franks into the public eye. He led American troops into Iraq and supervised the operation that eventually led to the defeat of the Iraqi army. You can see pictures of General Franks with Middle Eastern leaders and actually see the mementos that were given to him. President George W. Bush donated a jacket he wore at a news conference with General Franks. Sort of donated it.
Actually, the story behind it, it's George Bush's favorite jacket. And they requested it from him, and he said, "Oh, that's my favorite jacket. I'd hate to get rid of it." And Laura, they cornered Laura, and she said, "Sure, I'll be happy to donate that for that exhibit." And she packed it up and mailed it here. So one of these days, George's hopefully will come in and try to find his jacket and take it home.
But you don't have to be a military buff to appreciate the General Tommy Franks Museum. The facility is really a fascinating experience for all ages.
The items that we have in here range from all around the world. And so, it's interesting for a kid to walk up to a display and see a Barbie doll in a Muslim outfit. And they don't realize that, hey, they have a different culture.
There's even a traveling roadshow exhibit to take the museum experience to schools. So if you find yourself in Hobart, you can easily find the General Tommy Franks Leadership Institute and Museum, and you will find a doorway to a fascinating life